Good afternoon. It is Tuesday, May 14th, and it is currently 5:11 in the afternoon. It is time to get to work. I've been off for the last week on a little vacation, but I am back and ready to get started. Looking forward to driving, getting out there, earning some money. So you may notice, well, you may not right now, but you may notice that the screen's a little different from my normal start, and that's because for the rest of the month, I'm going to be test driving Mystro. Mystro is another app similar to Maximo, but Mystro works on the iPhone as well. So as you know, I'm on an Android, but this app works on both platforms. So I'm kind of looking to see what the similarities are, if it's better. Obviously with Paragon, here's another option for you if you're on an iPhone to want to use a filtering app. So we're going to give it a test drive. We're going to see how it works out. I will be running both Uber and Lyft at the same time. I do have typical parameters set up within both. You know, the minimum's $1, whatever the dollar per hour, all that stuff is kind of the normal as I would have it. Maximo, it's transferred over. The nice thing with Mystro is it does have geographic restrictions, specifically in the Uber app, not so much in Lyft. But I'm going to do a video on the setup and all that kind of stuff and do a little deeper dive in that so you can see what that's all about, and then we can talk about other elements of Mystro as we move forward through the rest of the month. The other thing is, since it's May 14th, a new Uber EV incentive started on the 11th or 12th. So another $210 are up for grabs if I do 200 rides, which I'm hoping to bang out as fast as possible, and then hopefully kind of capture the Lyft incentive, which is a weekly incentive if I do 50 rides. So I'm hoping to double dip on the EV incentives this month. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I am about to get on the freeway here in a little bit. And as typical, I don't like to talk to the phone while I'm getting onto the freeway, so I'm going to turn the apps on here as I get to this red light, and then I will come back and update when I get a ride, and hopefully we'll get something on the way downtown. If not, I'll come back at that point in time. Anyway, it's good to be back. Looking forward to it. Hopefully it's a good night, and we'll see what happens. So let's hit go.
Turn on Uber. Lyft online.
Get all these things turned on. Oh, look at that. You even got a little surge. Do I turn around? Do I go the other way?
Uber online.
Thank you. One of the things I noticed with Mystro is that you want to stay...
Uber ride for approval.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Offer expired.
Sweet. Well, no, I'm already in it. Sweet. That was quick. All right. Got an app. So as I was saying, is one of the things I noticed about Mystro is you stay in the Mystro app to accept offers, and you can accept it from the Mystro app. You don't have to be in either Uber or Lyft at the same time. It'll show you offers from both. It'll also shut down the other app when you do accept an offer, which is good. So that's kind of a nice bonus to it. Just similar to what Mystro does, although it does seem to be a little bit more seamless on this side with the Mystro app, which I like. So it's got some pluses so far. So far from what I've seen, it looks pretty good. But we're going to give it a run tonight and see what happens actually for the rest of the month, as I said. And we'll do some comparison videos and some other stuff as they go. All right, let me go get Devontae here and get the night started, and I will be back to update as the night progresses. Stay tuned. All right, quick update. Been pretty decent, not too bad. Just hit a little bit of a slow patch right now, which is why I'm giving this update. But getting used to the Mystro app. I did have to turn off one of the permissions in the Uber app that made it come up to the front, be on top all the time. Because what was happening is, as an offer would come in, the Uber app would come on top, and I couldn't see what the dollar per mile is and the dollar per hour and all that information that Mystro shows. when a ride comes in. So now I've got that turned off. So now when the ride comes in, the Uber app should be behind it, and this should be on top. So it'll make it a little bit easier to see. Because you can actually accept the ride or decline the ride out of the Mystro app. You don't have to go to the Uber app to do it, which is kind of nice because it can run both apps through just the one app, just through Mystro. And it's been going pretty good with Lyft and Uber running at the same time. I haven't had, I've done one Lyft ride so far tonight, and it was pretty decent. Probably shouldn't have taken it, but it did get me downtown, which is where I wanted to be, so I got paid, but it was a little bit on the low side as far as dollar per mile went. So, you know, I probably shouldn't have, but I did, and it worked out anyway. But anyway, sitting downtown right now and waiting for a ride. There are some people out and about. See some parties, things going on at one of the hotels, so hopefully we can get a ride there and some other stuff that's going on. So we'll see what happens as we move forward through the night. But so far, so good. No complaints. All right, I'll be back. All right, quick update. It's been kind of hit and miss since the last time I updated. I did get a ride on Lyft. Went to the pickup location and the person never showed, so I got a cancellation fee out of that. But I did get a couple offers here while I'm sitting here waiting, and let's take a look at those real quick. Let's see. This one right here, the Uber Comfort came in. This is going to San Francisco, and as you can see here, $60 an hour, $1.02 per mile. I mean, those are all meet my parameters. The only thing that doesn't really is the distance, and quite frankly, I'm not tonight. I wouldn't go to San Francisco. If this was Friday night, I'd take that ride. I would take that ride, and then I'd go finish out my night in San Francisco because I like to drive down there. But that came in on Friday night. I would definitely take that ride. It meets my parameters, dollar-wise, everything. So I would do that. And then this other one that came through right here, this one was going to Davis. I don't like to go to Davis. It's out of my zone. Plus, if you look at it, 78 cents a mile, $30 an hour, but it's the 78 cents a mile that doesn't work for me. So that got kicked out. I declined that one. But so far so good. I mean, it's going okay. The app, Mystro, taking a minute to get used to, but I do like the fact that it turns off the other app that you don't accept the ride with seamlessly. It just turns it off. And then when you finish the ride, it automatically turns that app back on again without you having to do anything. It works really well. I like the way that it pops up on the screen and it shows the dollar per mile, the dollar per hour. It kind of gives all the information on one screen, and you can just operate it right from this screen right here. You don't have to go into the other apps to accept or decline the ride. I like that. So it's taken a little bit to get used to, but so far so good. So far I like this. It seems to be working pretty well. But we'll see how it goes. So far it hasn't really tested the geographic restrictions that I have. It really hasn't put that to the test, so I'm kind of wanting to see how that works out. Maybe that'll happen here a little bit later in the night when people get done with a couple of the concerts and shows that are going on right now, and they want to go back out to the burbs. So we'll see what happens with that. But right now, so far so good. And as far as the night goes, it's been mediocre. It's been a little meh right now, but we'll see what happens. We'll give it some more time and see how this goes. All right, I'm gonna hang tight. Hopefully a ride comes in here pretty soon, and I'll be back with more updates. Alrighty, back in the garage. Fairly kind of busy night. Not really. I don't know. It was kind of busy at the front end, lull in the middle, and then it kind of picked up towards the end of the night. But not too bad. We'll look at the numbers here in a second. First thing, let's turn this off. Not now. No thanks. Mystro, first impressions. Not bad. I think there's a switch or something that I need to change to activate the auto decline, because there's some rides that were coming through that should have just been immediately declined and they weren't. So I think there's something that I need to do in the settings to make that happen. So I'm gonna look at that between now and tomorrow night when I'm back out again. Lyft proves once again just how shitty they are and the fact that they don't pay. I mean, we go look at the numbers here. Let's see. Rejected. 70 cents, 84 cents, 85 cents, 93. The 103 was just kind of way out of going somewhere I didn't want to go. The 149, not bad, but I got a ride from Uber that trumped that ride, so I took the one from Uber. Again, 86. 125 was taking me out of my area where I wanted to be. Like 72. I mean, some of the stuff just, I mean, it's pathetic how low Lyft pays. I mean, there's some decent rides in here, but I mean, this $3 ride, I mean, it's set up, I have the settings set to not accept it, to decline anything under 5, so that should have been declined. I think this, yeah, that 72-cent one was going somewhere crazy and I wasn't going to do that. As you can see, it was 21 miles. But anyway, Mystro's not bad. I think if you are using Para and you want to have something that kind of replaces it, I think this would be a good choice. I think the cost may be a little bit prohibitive because there is a subscription cost for this. Obviously that's an operating expense. Don't consult your tax person. Don't take that just for me, but pretty sure it is. So you'd have to really look at that and is it going to help you out? But overall, I think it's a pretty decent app. I'm going to play with it some more and use it a little bit more here to figure it out a little bit better. And then, like I said, I'll do a video about how I set it up, how do you do the settings and everything, and make it work for you. Anyway, let's go look at some numbers. Let's take a look at Uber first. Not great. I mean, again, I think that's indicative of the night itself. It was kind of slow. So yeah, and let's go take a look at Lyft. 44. So what's that? 147. I think overall, because that's 20 rides, 147. It's about a $7 average. And I think for a Tuesday, I think that's kind of normal right now. I have to look at the numbers, but I think that's pretty normal. Anyway, that's going to do it for tonight. Like and subscribe, leave a comment, and I will be back at it tomorrow night. All right, see you then.